Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are diving into the world of Docker, a powerful tool that's transforming the way we develop, deploy, and run applications. Whether you are a seasoned developer or just starting your code journey, a Docker is a game changer you don't want to miss. So let's get started. So first we'll see what is Docker. So let me move the slide. So the Docker is an open source platform for developing, shipping, and running applications. Docker enables you to separate your applications from your infrastructure so you can deliver software quickly. With Docker, you can manage your infrastructure in the same way you manage your applications by taking the advantages of Docker methodologies for shipping, testing, and deploying code. You can significantly reduce the delay between writing code and running it in the production environment, right? And also, Docker is not just a busy word; it's a revolutionary technology that simplifies the deployment of applications. At its core, Docker uses containerization to encapsulate an application and its dependency into a lightweight portable container. Think of it a virtual machine, so but much faster and efficient and easier to manage. So let's see what is containerization. Like first we'll understand what is container. So container is an isolated environment for your code. That means that a container has no knowledge of your operating system or your files. It runs on the environment provided to you by Docker desktop. So container have everything that your code needs in order to run down to base operating system. You can use Docker desktop to manage, explore your containers, right? So this, if you look at this image, right? So you have the kernel at the base, right? It will share the OS for all the containers. It's a kind of shared operating system for all the container. So this container contains the application code plus its dependency, and it's completely isolated from your outside global environment, right? So this is about Docker. Let's see what is the image. We'll understand what is image. We'll move to the next slide. So the image, that is like a kind of template. Okay. So when we talk about a template, means with the template you can create a number of containers. Like Docker image is a file used to execute code in a Docker container. Docker images act as a set of instructions to build a Docker container, like a template. So Docker images also act as a starting point when using Docker. An image is comparable to a snapshot in virtual machine environment. So basically, when you have an application that you want to create an image, first you need to write one Docker file. That is our first step. In the Docker file, you have a list set of instruction, what dependency your code going to have, and how and which port you are going to run, and those kind of what is your entry point. Those kind of instruction will be presented in this Docker file. This is our job to create the Docker file. Once the Docker file is created, we need to use a Docker create a build command to create your image file. So once the image is created, with the help of image, you can run your Docker container with the Docker run command. So what it does is it creates the container. This is my template. With use of the help of this template, I can create n number of containers, right? So it's a kind of just an object. Using that object, and I can run n number of instance. So similar way, so images act as a template. Okay, I hope you understood this. What is image means. Let's move to the next slide. What is the difference between container and images, right? A container, the Docker contains a self-contained and runnable software application or service. On the other hand, a Docker image is a template loaded onto container to run it. like a set of instruction, right? So what is the first difference? What is it? A reusable and shareable file used to create a container, right? So Docker image is something you can create an image and you can share with uh, different peoples, right? For example, I am a developer. I created one image, so I want to ask a developer, sorry, testing team to verify the application. So what I can do is I can simply share the image with them so that they can create the container in their environment and they can do the testing. So that is how this is more shareable file and used to create a containers, right? So container is, as I mentioned, with the help of image, you can create an instance, right? That is runtime instance, a self-contained software and created from. The second difference is the software code dependency libraries and a Docker file, and this is created from image, right? You need to have your Docker file to create an image. Once you created an image, with the help of image, you can create a container, right? That is what the second difference. And composition, a read-only layer. So the read-only layer, basically, it is so once the container is created, you can't do any modification because that is kind of immutable object kind of behavior. So it's only the read-only layer. You can't do any modification once it's the containers get created. Okay, that is the difference. Read-only layer is the additional read-write layer on top. That means read-write layer is means if your application has to write some file to the some shared location. So then the top layer, that is a read-write layer, will be uh, additionally added in the container. But in the image, once the image is created, you can't do any modification to that image. So that is the composition of the difference. And mutability, this I discussed, immutable. There is no change. You have to build a new. For example, if you make any changes in the code, obviously you need to make a change in your create a new image. So that is what the mutability is talk about. And mutability, you can change it in a runtime. So there is some additional argument that you can allow the container allows you to configure. So you can change some argument or parameters at the runtime. Okay, and when to use. So to store application configuration details as a template. So it is just one template, and the container is to run the application. Right, friends? I guess you pretty much understood the differences and let me talk about the advantages of using Docker, right? So why should we care about Docker? So let me tell you some few uh, advantages of using this Docker, right? First thing is the portability. The application can run consistently across different environments. That is the big advantage when you use a Docker. And isolation. That is means your containers ensure application runs reliably without conflicts. And resource efficiency. The lightweight container shares the host OS kernel. That means there will be a common layer which all the container will be used. We don't need to in the virtualization like VMs. We need to create an image which has contains the OS image as well. That takes more than 1 GB size of data, right? When you go like a VM kind of approach. In the containerization approach, you don't need to any OS separately. The container is just about your um, dependency project code and what is required to that application to run. So that's very minimal resources so that it will the less use of memory, right? But scalability point of view, yeah, the next is scalability, that easy scale application. You can scale it up or down based on the demand. So that is more achievable using Docker. And version control. Docker simplifies the versioning for easy rollback or updates. So that is the one big point that I would say. And Docker isn't just for developers. It making waves in various industry. Uh, and there are few real time, well, like I would say the Microsoft architecture, like breaking down application into a smaller and manageable services, and CI/CD, that is streamline the software development lifecycle, and DevOps practice. So foster collaboration between development and the operation team. So as so just I conclude this session, like as we wrap up, Docker is a tool that empowers the developers to build, ship, or run applications seamlessly. It's a must have in your toolkit. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for my more technical content. So let us know in the comments if you want more Docker tutorials, or if there is a specific topic you would like to you would like us to cover. So until next time, happy coding. Thanks. Bye. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for more great content. I post new videos every frequent, so you don't want to miss out. Thank you.